What is dominion? Genesis 1:28, and God blessed them. And God said to them, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over every living thing that moves on the earth. Man is a ruler. Man is a god. Man is made in the image and likeness of God. Man was given dominion over all things. When God was creating all things, before he created, he had to come up with something that would connect all his creation. So, before God created the heaven or earth or any creation, he first of all needed to articulate how creation would function. God carefully knitted together spiritual laws, spiritual principles and spiritual ordinances that when activated in a certain order would activate something we call powers. Powers are spiritual abilities that hold together all creation of God. They carry the principles and they manipulate the core functioning of everything that came from God. Powers are the core abilities that power all creation to function. Powers are also living entities. So God created different powers that would run different abilities in the different creation that God made. And he ordained these powers to function by certain laws and principles. So what does this mean? All creation of God function by entities or abilities called powers. And these powers are controlled by laws and principles that God ordained. So whoever masters the laws behind these spiritual entities called powers is able to control all of God's creation. Your brain, your heart, your kidney, your liver, your nervous system, your mind and every organ in you functions by powers. Therefore all the individual powers that God created that power the different aspects of creation were brought together under certain laws and principles and merged into something we call dominion. What is dominion therefore? Dominion is the total sum of the abilities called powers that determine the functioning of all creation of God. This was what Adam was given when he was told to have dominion over the fish, the fowl and the birds of the air. These were all spiritual entities. It means he was given access to the powers that control these spiritual entities, and this is what the devil stole from Adam. That is why the devil is able to control the minds of men, because he took control of the spiritual entities that affect the mind of men, through the dominion of Adam. Ephesians 2:2, wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. What does this mean? Everyone who is rebellious towards God, does so, because there are demonic entities that have taken control of the powers that control the mind of men. Anyone who has dominion, controls powers. Anyone who controls powers controls creation. Ephesians 2:6, and hath raised us up together, and made us sit together in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. That is why Jesus had to ascend above the dark powers that had taken man's dominion and seat us with him, so that we could take back our dominion. Because without dominion we cannot rule over creation as the image bearers of God. And that's why most men are miserable, because they haven't taken charge of their dominion, despite Christ making a way for them to do so.